What is up? So today we're doing a deck review for my list for the 2025 post-rotation season of Gholdengo EX. So it's very similar to a few other lists that you might find online, but there are a few things like Pelipper that are going to make it a little bit more individualized that I added all together. So starting out, we do have a 1/1 Togekiss and Togepi. We do have to Rare Candy it because we do go straight from basic to stage 2, but this is in here for its Wonder Kiss ability, which is when your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin. If heads, you get to take one more prize. So super powerful ability, potential for 6 prize turns with Dusknoir and Gholdengo. So very, very, very powerful to have in this deck. It also only has 1 retreat cost, which is a little added bonus. Moving on, we have a 1/1 Pelipper Wingull line. Pelipper is in here for its Hearsay ability, which is when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, so that would be your Wingull. You get to search either your deck or your discard for a supporter card. So this is a lot like Lumineon V. Major differences are this is a stage 1, so you do have to wait a turn to evolve it. It has a retreat cost of 2, so that's a little bit more of a downside. And then it is only worth 1 prize card, which is nice. So Hearsay ability, 2 retreat cost, 1 prize card. Yeah, solid replacement for Lumineon V as it cycles out. Then we have a 1/1 Duskull and Dusknoir. Again, another thing we're going to need a Rare Candy for, just like that Togekiss. This is in here for its Cursed Blast ability, which is once during your turn you may put 13 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. Using this ability knocks out your Dusknoir though, which gives your opponent a prize card. Again, this is a really solid card, just for knocking out your opponent's basics a lot of the time, or putting something that's just out of reach of knockout into reach. And it can be great early game to try and slow down your opponent if they're playing some evolution-based deck. Also, it can be used for Mimikyus, which Gholdengo cannot attack into, as well as if you can bring it back with, we do play a Super Rod as well as 2 Night Stretchers, so if you can chain 2 of them together, that gets rid of Cornerstone Ogerpon, which also counters our Gholdengo EX. Another supporter card we have in here is Fezandipiti. Well, not supporter card, but support Pokemon is Fezandipiti EX, which has flipped the script. So once per turn, if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn, you may draw 3. You cannot use more than 1 flip the script each turn. This is in here primarily because we have so many low HP baby Pokemon that you're probably going to suffer a couple of knockouts early game if you can't get that setup right away. So Fezandipiti is going to just be in there to, when you do lose a baby Pokemon, you're able to rebound and get that setup going regardless. We do have a 4/4 Gimmighoul Gholdengo, obviously. And 2 are Minor Errand Running, 2 are Call for Family. The reason I do this is because Minor Errand Running has 70 HP, so later in the game when you're trying to set up more Gholdengos just for that added draw support, you're able to prevent them from getting knocked out from Dragapult. So that's why we like the 70 HP in here. Also, Minor Errand Running is okay. We're probably never going to use it if we can get away with it though. Gimmighoul Call for Family is in here. This is what you're hoping to have in your starting hand that you can play into your active right away, because then you can either evolve into Gholdengo on turn 2 and get attacking right away, or you can Call for Family if you went second and get even better board state. Then we have Gholdengo EX, the main attacker of the deck, with its coin bonus ability, which is once per turn you may draw a card. If this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may draw 1 more card. So draw 1 or draw 2. Most of the time we're going to be drawing 2 off of this, because this is our primary attacker, so we're going to want him in the active if we can help it. As for Make It Rain, it's a very powerful attack. For 1 Metal Energy, you do 50 damage for each basic energy that you discard from your hand. With this particular deck, that does cap out at 500 damage, which is more than you're ever going to need, hopefully. I don't see a situation that it's even possible to have more than that. So yeah, he's our main attacker, 260 HP to retreat cost, although we're not looking to retreat him very often. And then we already went over Dusknoir. As for our trainer cards, we do play Energy Search Pro as our A-spec of choice. Search your deck for any number of basic energy cards of different types. Reveal them and put them into your hand. So this is to pile up energy and get it into our hands so we can discard it with Gholdengo's Make It Rain and deal high damage early game. We also have Counter Catcher, works as a boss's orders, except for that you only need it to play it as an item. The only difference is you must be behind in the prize race, which if we're able to use our Dusknoir on something that has more than 130 health and just damage it, not knocking it out, that will put us behind in the prize race early game, and we can potentially get a turn 2 Counter Catcher, which can be really strong in situations. Energy Retrieval, this is just to get energy back to your hand after you use Make It Rain with Gholdengo or Retreat. Night Stretcher does the same thing, but only one at a time. But it is also in here because then we can get Pokemon back, which is very useful considering we play a lot of one-off Pokemon in this deck, as well as if you need to use that Dusknoir ability twice, like I suggested with Cornerstone Ogerpons, you can get those back with Night Stretcher. Nest Ball. Everything is grabbable by Buddy-Buddy Poffin except for Fezandipiti. So we do grab 2 Nest Balls in here just to add a little bit of extra setup, make sure we can get that Fezandipiti when we need it. Daisy's Help is in here. Draw 2 cards is nice, but it's really here for look at your face down prize cards. This is because we are losing Hisuian Heavy Ball with the 2025 rotation. And with all these one-off cards, we do need that ability to check our prizes, basically. And with Daisy's Help, you don't shuffle your prize cards like you did with Hisuian Heavy Ball. So we can set it up so that if we are missing something from our deck, we can find which prize card it is, and then use that as our first draw. So we're able to basically take something out of our prize cards that we really need instead of leaving it up to chance. Boss's Orders, we only play 1 because of Pelipper's Hearsay ability. It can bring it back from the discard in the event that we need to play it twice. But most of the time between Counter Catcher and the 1, we only need to play it once. But like I said, Hearsay ability, we can get Boss's Orders back if we need to. Jamming Tower. This is great for getting rid of your opponent's stadium, which most of the time is going to be Area 0 underdepths. And it also is great for getting rid of tools. So this works really well against Raging Bolt and Roaring Moon decks, which both have Ancient Booster Capsules in them. So it's going to cut down on that health a little bit, make it so we have to discard 1 less with our Gholdengo's attack, which is really nice. As well as it gets rid of Sparkling Crystal. So with all these new Terra Pokemon that are being released that require so many different energy types, we're seeing a lot more decks play that Sparkling Crystal, and Jamming Tower solves that problem for us. Then we have Iono, great hand reset, great disruption, just a solid staple card in all decks. No exception here. Arven, this is going to be used most of the time to find those rare candies, but you can also use it to find your Energy Search Pro, your Ultra Ball, your Buddy-Buddy Poffin if you went second and having a hard time setting up. Superior Energy Retrieval, just a very useful card. Being able to search out an item with Gholdengo can be really pivotal, and so we do play 3 Arvens in here. Energy Search, or Superior Energy Retrieval. We're using this again to just recharge our hand after we Make It Rain with Gholdengo, getting that energy back. Super Rod, similar idea, getting energy back, but this goes into the deck. Again, it gives us the option of doing it for Pokemon, so very similar to Night Stretcher, especially if we need to use Dusknoir ability twice. So it's like a Night Stretcher, but it just adds a little bit more versatility because we can get them all with 1 item versus needing to play 2. So yeah, very nice card to have handy. Buddy-Buddy Poffin, like I said, everything except for the Fezandipiti can be searched out with Buddy-Buddy Poffin. So these are in here for our main setup to get all of our little baby Pokemon that need to evolve. And just great to have not only just turn 1, but also for quite some time until you get a solid board state. Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. This is always been, ever since release, in just about every Gholdengo deck I've seen, because it works so well with Gholdengo. Because when you have a Gholdengo in the active, you can draw 2 cards, or if you have 2 on the bench, you can draw them 1 at a time. And so Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking lets you bring 2 cards to the top of your deck. So if you put 2 and 2 together, you're effectively just adding 2 cards of your choice to your hand at the cost of playing your supporter for turn. So it is really, really powerful and pairs really well with Gholdengo. Full Metal Lab, again, just a stadium that's in here to try and disrupt your opponent when they play a stadium card, as well as metal Pokemon take 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks. So just very solid. Our Gholdengo is a metal type Pokemon, so it's a little added sprinkle in there, just to make it a little more useful for this particular deck. Ultra Ball, we do play 3 of them because we have so many evolution Pokemon. We don't quite play 4 just because of how the deck works out. We don't usually need that many because of how strong our draw power is with Gholdengo already. So using our Ultra Ball to find our evolution Pokemon typically, this is finding our Dusknoirs when we need them, this is finding our Togekiss, etc, etc. This is finding our Gholdengos if we need to either start attacking right away and we didn't find one, or if we need to just want to add that extra draw power just because, we have a solid board state, but we want a little bit better. So Ultra Ball suits that job. We do play 1 copy of Switch in here because, oh shoot, what's its name? Pelipper, excuse me. Pelipper has 2 retreat costs, so it can be bossed up to stall, and it can be quite annoying when that happens. So we do play a Switch in here in case our Pelipper does get brought into that active spot and we have to pull it out. 3 rare candies. Even though we only need 2 for the deck to function, I prefer to play 3 in case either one gets prized, or if we need to use the double Dusknoir like we talked about. So again, rare candy, very, very solid, very, very necessary with our Togekiss and Dusknoir. And then Earthen Vessel, discard a card, search for 2 basic energy. It just kind of works with this deck. We only do play 1 because we have the Energy Search Pro, and the chances that both of them are prized are very slim. So we can always get some form of energy going. As for energy, we do play 11 in the deck, 5 of which are going to be metal. We do play 5 metal just to really make sure that our Gholdengo can be using its attack, because we really don't want to be caught drawing the wrong energy type turn after turn and unable to find it. Also, the chances of having 5 metal energy prized is like very, very slim. I don't even know the statistics, but this is basically to guarantee that you're going to be able to use Gholdengo's attack. And then we have all the different energy types, so we can use Energy Search Pro. So again, we can get all that energy into hand. So that's the deck. I'm going to hop into a little test match here to show you guys what it can do. Okay. So with this deck, we can really go either first or second because it is so supporter heavy that second isn't terrible for us. And we can also use Call for Family if we go second as well. But we would really prefer to go first just so we can get those evolutions going right away. So it looks like we are going second. Hopefully it's not just some copy and paste Charizard deck that's gonna have a turn 2 Charizard and wipe us. Find that happen all too often because the season just reset, so everyone's low ladder, so it's just an annoying little thing that happens. Which Charizard does usually beat us in this matchup, just because it's such a simple and effective deck. Ooh, interesting. Arbok EX. Toxicroak EX, Brute on it, okie dokie. What on earth? Some kind of poison death. Does he have Pectorant as well? That would make sense. Yeah, probably Janine's, Dark Patches, Trekking Shoes, all that jazz. Well, this is definitely a list that I have not personally bumped into. Actually, do we want that? Yeah, because then we can Brute on it. And we're probably going to get another Gimmighoul because... Oh, I know, we have Call for Family. Yeah, we'll... Togepi, right? This doesn't seem like we're going to need, so we'll get Wingull actually. Just be safe there. And then... Arven. We do have to find... See, there's that Earthen Vessel coming in handy. Although we are actually going to grab Energy Search Pro because I don't... Something tells me he's going to want to play Janine this turn, which means he won't be able to play Iono. He can't play Iono and Janine the same turn. So hopefully he doesn't see that we draw those cards and opt for the Iono. That would be really bad. It does look like our Fezandipiti is prized. There's another thing. I have a really bad habit of not checking my prize cards when I'm in the deck, so I just kind of figure it out as I go. Like, I'll need a card and then it won't be there. So I should get more into the habit of finding those cards first. Bite for 30. Oh no, he hits for weakness. I didn't even think of that. Okay, not fun. Not fun at all. I should have grabbed a second Gimmighoul. That's actually really bad. That's really bad. It didn't even register to me that that was what was going on. Okay. That makes it very much so more interesting. Come on, let me... Oh my gosh, I'm going to freak out. I think we grab Pelipper Arven. And we already played Arven, right? Yes, so we will... Because again, I did not check to see if we had Arvens in here. Want to do that? Yes, yes we do. So we are going to be behind a turn. We're not going to be able to get our... Okay, so there's one Gholdengo prize, or Gimmighoul prized. He is going to get knockout here. Unless we want to attach retreat. There's 3 in there. I think, yeah, we're going to attach retreat into our Pelipper. Because we do have one switch in here still. Unless, of course, that's in the prizes as well. And even if we don't have a switch, we can afford to lose our Pelipper because we've already used Hearsay, so... And we don't play anything like Turo. Yep, there's Pectorant. Attach. What else are you going to do? This is a weird list. But, of course, it hits for weakness against my little stuff, so... That bite set us back quite a bit, because otherwise we would be able to Gholdengo already. That's what I get for not paying attention to weakness. Right. He does only have 3 cards in hand, which is nice. That is not... That's a horrendous top deck. I think we're going to do this just to guarantee that we draw into our Gholdengos. And we are going to attach as well. We probably could have counter-catchered up Croagunk to stall him a little bit, but I think Toxicroak EX has a 1 energy attack that would have really hurt us. Yep, bites again. So we're playing against a very, very strange deck to us. We've never seen this before, and quite frankly, I don't think I like it. Because it seems like it's going to be very annoying. So since we know Fez is prized, and we did already attach return. Yeah, we do. Oh, never mind, we don't, because one's prized. I forgot about that. Okay. We do have Arven, Daisy, 2 Cypher, 3 Rare Candy. Okay, Energy Search. No, we already used Energy Search Pro. Duh. Okay. We're actually going to pull up Okidoki, because then he can't use Pectorant to poison it. If he Janines, that will be another issue, but if he doesn't, that's great for us. Okay, yeah. He's gonna switch attach Pectorant knockout, because Okidoki just happens to deal exactly 260, which is really unfortunate. Subjugating Chains, Okidoki, new becomes poison, yep. Not fun. We honestly might lose this just because of that one tiny little Pokemon at the start. The stupid Eakin's hitting for weakness. 6 in here. I think we... Ooh, this is a little sketchy. I don't remember if we attached, so I'm gonna make sure we grab one of those. Okay, good thing I did. So yeah, we are gonna keep our Iono. Okay, we are in a bit of an awkward spot. He does have a bunch of energy in the discard now. Okay, another Gholdengo, but no Gimmighouls are found. So yeah, now he has that 3 energy, he can start using Dark Patches. 5 cards in hand. He honestly seems to be having a hard time, so I don't think we are going to Iono. Yeah. He's probably just gonna bite. Oh, he's gonna poison us both. Lovely. What is this guy's plan? Oh, he was trying to confuse me. Not fun. Nasty Plot and Toxic Ripper. Okay. So we do only need to discard 1. Which are we going to? I think we are. Yeah, he's only got 2 cards in hand. You know what we are, before I forget, grab you. So we can stick you on the bench and then Gholdengo next turn. Good rain for knockout. There's a switch, so we can get rid of poison if we have to. Although might save because he's not in a very comfortable spot. He's probably, by now I'm sure he can evolve, right? Really? Okay, so his deck is either really inconsistent or he is really unlucky. This guy needs some more draw power for sure. I think his goal is, his backup plan is to use Pectronth as an attacker. Oh, I should have done one first. Rare Candy? Nope. We are gonna Arven for Rare Candy though. Because if we can start drawing several prize cards. Oh wait. No, yeah. Yeah? I don't even know. Yes. We want to do that. I wasn't sure if we wanted to Duskull. But we do not. How much is in here? 6? Four. This got 2. Knockout. Now we either need 1 or 2 more prize cards. Let's see. If we flip a heads, okay, huge. See, that's why Togekiss is in here. Now we're guaranteed 1 more knockout and we win. So unless he can get 3 prizes this turn, huge dub. Because we're going to be able to Gholdengo, Superior Energy Retrieval. Is it 60 plus or no, 60 times? So yeah. I mean, we're fine. Does he play it through or does he concede here? Doesn't matter. And just like that, there's game. Let's see if we get 2 extra prize cards. Yep. So there, we drew 8 prize cards that game. Huge. And I mean, even though he was only at 1 prize card, I really wasn't that nervous. Just because we were able to get that Togekiss down, and it really paid off for us. So I don't know. There's a lot more a lot more sets to come before we have to play with 2025 release. I think we have until April. So a lot more cards are going to be here that will be able to potentially work into the deck. But I think it's a pretty decent list. There's definitely some room to change, and we'll see what comes of it. So thank you all for listening in.